attracting more customers. Whether you guys are doing direct sales, network marketing, or any other kind of sales, advertising, marketing, this is going to be a great call for you guys today. As in my career, I've personally enrolled over 5,000 people. I've done almost all of it organic, no paid ads. And so I know how to do this. I want to show you guys how to do the same, but how to attract people to you rather than you just chasing after people. In the beginning, when I first got started, I had to call friends, family, coworkers, all that stuff. I got to a point where about 9.5, almost 10 years ago, I haven't reached out to anyone since. So I want to show you how to attract more people to want to do business with you. So that's what we're going to be focused on today. Today is how to get these customers, how to get them by attracting them rather than you chasing. There's two methods to prospecting. This is my own personal experience. There's marketing, which is really what I focus on today. There is prospecting. So I want to focus on these two topics. Marketing, it's passive, and you can't control who or how many people respond, but you hope someone who you don't know actually responds. I would say probably the majority of the people who respond to me today, I don't know them, but maybe they've been following me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, etc. The majority of the people that reach out to me today from the marketing I do, from the reels that I do, all the value that I continue to put out, they reach out to me. So this is totally passive. For example, I got someone signed up a couple of hours ago. All right, a few hours ago, got somebody set up, all from doing some simple marketing that did not cost me any money. Now, prospecting is active. A lot of times in the beginning, this is how you're starting. You're trying to gain that credibility, and you can control how many people that you reach out to. I have people right now that send me their accountability stuff on a weekly basis, where they show how many people they reached out to, how many presentations they did, how many follow-ups they did, how many people got started, and those kind of things. See, those are the things that you can control. Sometimes you can't always control the outcomes of life, but you can control the work that you put in. All right. And so in the beginning, when you're getting started, in order to gain that credibility, you are doing some kind of prospecting, and those numbers are in your control. Now, what's not in your control is how many people get started. But what is in your control is how many people that you're influencing and reaching out to. Okay. All right. So on marketing, you can use any kind of social media platform. I'm not going to give any bias towards any. I will tell you the ones that I mainly use. So I've used YouTube for years. As far as videos, of course, very effective. Instagram Reels, TikToks, Facebook. I use all the above. And this social media platform, let me just tell you, I don't even know where I'd be at today without it. What I would say is there is no way in heck that I would be able to make the money that I've made without social media in this industry. That's just the truth. If I was doing it the old way from the past, there's just no way. And so this is why having a good social media platform is a great way to be able to generate leads, because the goal on the social media platform is to eventually become a person of value. I know, like if I go to my Instagram right now and I watched 50 of my reels, the value that's in there is very high. That's not being biased. If you were to go through 50 of my reels, you tell me after 50 that you didn't learn something great that you can apply and start to become a better person. So my focus has been become a person of value, give it for free, and change people's lives. And eventually, people will want to work with you. You can become an authority figure, and it's a process of time. You get to the point where you out-teach your competition. This is one of those things that I would say between morning motivation, my business building trainings and so forth, there would be very few people on planet Earth who have done as many trainings as I have, that has a record of the trainings, that has the videos, the PowerPoints. You become so good that people cannot ignore you. It doesn't matter if it's Eric Worre or Ray Higdon or any of these other kind of guys out there, that you're so good at teaching, training, coaching, mentoring, inspiring, people can't ignore you. All right. So my goal was to out-teach Be consistent and continually be a person of value and give education that will engender hope, right? So they have hope in their life. Inspire them to live a better life. This has been part of the goal that I've had for the last number of years. Provide more education and share it with more people. I think sometimes we're in a mode with business where you're constantly just wanting to pitch people. And I think you can do that once you have a massive following. It's almost like you put out a protein powder, everyone's buying it. You put out a new trade signal thing and people want access to it. But when you're kind of on the come up, you need to be providing education. You need to share it with more people, even if it means that you're sharing education from other people, right? People that you're following that are successful. You're sharing valuable information. I'm constantly sharing inspiring videos that mean a lot to me, or photo quotes or whatever, with other people. And what that does is it actually builds you up at the same time, because people see you as a person like, hey, they're really wanting to do something good. I like associated with them. This is a positive relationship, right? And so providing more education, I'm definitely into education because I know that the more education I can get, the better I can get, and the more action I can take, the better off I'm going to be. Okay, now one thing that you can do is you can learn about different things and you can share them online. So when I first got in the industry, I didn't know how the compensation plan worked, the products and all that stuff. I learned those things little by little. So there can be certain topics and subjects that you're learning. For example, when we get on Go Live calls, we have a lot of topics. Well, guess where that came from? Learning. There was a lot of YouTube videos. We went through the academy. So we had to learn a lot of stuff over time and then share them online. A lot of the reels that I do, I hear stuff on personal development, audios, podcasts, books, etc. Thoughts come to my mind. I reformulate those thoughts to kind of how I am, how I speak, what my thoughts are. I kind of expound on what it is that I read and hear. And all of a sudden, you share those little by little. You become an authority figure yourself. All right? Because people will see what you share as something of value. Again, you can go to all my social media stuff and see Brandon Boyd does not waste any time on there. He's not sharing stuff that would be fluff and just hype that doesn't have value. He is sharing stuff that if you listen to it and decide to take action, can absolutely change your life. Physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, emotionally, etc. Things I share, I know can enhance your own personal life, your business life, your relationships, and so forth. Now, here's a marketing tip that I want to give, and I want to keep it very generic because, whether it's TikTok or Instagram, those are trainings in and of themselves, and those platforms and algorithms are always, changing anyway. So even if I did a specific training, it'd be out of date by next week. But just a simple marketing tip, use TikTok, all right? Short clips, 20 to 30 seconds. I promise you'll see a difference. Now, when I first heard of TikTok, I was like, but I suck at dancing. Well, come to realize that, a year into it, not everyone that's on TikTok is dancing, especially today. But what I did is I started doing really short reels that became very effective on my TikTok. Now, it's not like I have a huge following, but I actually get a lot of leads. 20 to 30 seconds. You're going to see a difference because of the algorithm they have. See, a lot of the other platforms, they are limited. They're only going out to certain audiences and stuff. TikTok is different. And so I have seen a lot of success with people reaching out, commenting, liking, sharing, bookmarking my content, asking me what I do. So I am really grateful that I was not closed-minded to TikTok. All right. So that has been, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a marketing tip. Like, there are some guys right now, and I won't give their name, but it's Michelangelo Martin. He didn't want to do TikTok either. And then he's like, holy crap, man, I did not realize. He didn't want to do Instagram. He gets on Instagram. It's like, dude, this is freaking huge. And this is coming from the number one enroller of all time that was just going to pretty much stay on Facebook and be a dinosaur, right? But it's good to stay open-minded because things are constantly changing. There are teams in my organization that all they use is TikTok. And if TikTok was gone, they'd probably be out of business. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how big this is, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You got to find something, use it over and over and over again, and eventually you can start to generate some of those leads and become a person of value, a person that's making money, making a difference, and so forth. I want to give you guys access to this PowerPoint PDF. I want you to head over to Brandon Boyd Official on Instagram. I'm going to give you access to the recording as well as the PowerPoint. I want you guys to use these because this is actually part of a 4-part series that I have on attracting more customers. So this is part 1 of 4. I want to give you guys access to the others because at the end of the day, if you're in business, whether you're selling on Amazon or eBay or doing direct sales, network marketing, and so forth, you've got to attract more customers, right? And the more customers you have, the more confidence you're going to have that what you're providing is something that people want, but you got to get them to see what it is that you have at the same time. So appreciate you guys being on here. We'll see you next Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining my training, and we'll see you guys next time.